Like you say it once, people are like, what? But I suppose if you say
that's
Taylor
why when I
Johnson,
casting,
then,
I gotta
yeah.
throw the whole title in. Yeah.
Either way, flip side. As you say, at one point that was like a 5v3, and we'll let it just burst out with 2 ridiculous Glock headshots. So again, it's a rough round for ENCE. They go for the boost up onto Plateau, and Shara's UMP. One of 4 SMGs in this round, by the way, just the one AK-47 for the farming frenzy, and Shara gets himself a second. So money in the bank for him. Sunny to try the 1D, not going to happen. And Stonda has a Zeus. So okay, Stonda, are you even going to use that? Probably not. Yeah, he is actually going to go in for the drop. Yes. So can he land it? Can he land it? No.
I heard it.
Anticlimax.
I heard the noise, but I didn't see the shot, so I wonder if it even went off at all. As well, I guess it did. No, Yuho just bought that. He didn't pick it up, so he's bought his own Zeus, and they will try for that once more. And I mean, I personally, maybe just because I'm like a Counter-Strike purist and I've played this game for a really long time, I think the Zeus is dumb, or it certainly was when it gave you money. But now that it's affordable, it doesn't give you money, it's like a little bit better, but it's kind of the pistol problem wrapped up in a cool little taser package, right? The problem is it doesn't cost a lot, and it grants you an easy kill that maybe you shouldn't have, and then that gives you like $4,000 of equipment, right? So it doesn't really matter that the weapon itself doesn't give you any money.
An interesting dynamic was thrown in, but I mean, ENCE again, after getting battered and bruised on Mirage, the start of this round has been pretty poor as well, and the grenade lands by the hands of Stonda and catches it perfectly. Bondix down, but flip side, only lose SMGs. They're expendable weapons. This is one of the reasons why they went for 4 SMGs in the first place. And look at that economy already. That's pretty ridiculous. Players up to as much as 9k. And if Shara wanted to, he could actually drop an AWP for one of his teammates. Let's see if he goes for it, if they go for full AK-47s. Nope, goes for the AK.
Yeah,
I feel like I missed out on some action there, because you were like...
Well, okay, Bondic walked in the drop room as ENCE was trying to counter boost out, and the people boosting didn't see Bondic, and Bondic didn't see them. He just kept strolling through drop room, then he's like, wait a minute. Turns over because he heard noise and sees them both like jumping up, and then they're like, ah!
I just watched it back on stream.
Yeah,
damn it, I was watching from someone else's perspective.
It was all pretty awkward.
Oh, man. Well, I think that's probably the summary. Like, if you want to summarize this best of 3 in one word, awkward would probably be a fairly good word to use. Both maps have been fairly awkward overall. But here we go, ENCE. This is your chance now to start to bite back. Not to get into a similar position to the first half where they got completely steamrolled. Stonda does at least have some Kevlar behind that AWP, so I'm not going to have a glass cannon on this turn. But is he going to be able to do anything with it? Already a severe lack of grenades and no defuse kits for the CTs. This has got to be worrisome for them. And this could force them into looking for information, which is what Zarte's doing right now. And if he's not careful, he will get caught from Blade.
We're trying to get something done, and he peeks in, and yeah, Blade will spot him, as you said. If he's not careful, he gets caught out. He will be cut by the Blade. 5 on 4 now. And that hurts, right? It's going to be Stonda on the A site with that op. See if he can't start to heat up. And okay, he'll start heating up because the Molotov is thrown on his position. Able to come away with 1 frag. Can he peek out for a second? No. Shara puts him down. Sunny nearly having a double spray down. And that could have actually brought the round back, but instead he falls. Alu on top of the bomb. So this is still going to be a bit of a problem here for FlipSid, but it's 2 plays 1. And it's Markelov coming up the CT ramp that will find Alu. And it's a 4th round for FlipSid and also a team ace.
A team ace with Waldetic claiming the AWP at the end. I'm getting deja vu from Mirage. This could be another battering. Mac 10 for Bondic. He realizes the situation for ENCE is looking grim. Because they are looking at a potential double eco, they are going to have a few of their members going for Kevlar. Interestingly enough, Stonda and Zarte don't go for anything. Now, I understand Stonda not doing it because he probably wants that AWP as soon as possible. But what's the reason for Zarte not going for anything here? That is confusing. Surely he'd want the extra Kevlar behind that deagle. But regardless, it's really not a huge deal, all things considered. Alu boggling his in a flusher as he picks off Shara. People are going to get so triggered about that. Oh, Sunny with the 1-tap onto World Edit, and suddenly FlipSid are just collapsing. They have at least brought back a couple kills for themselves, but still, this should have been a clear-cut round, and there's still 3 ENCE players remaining with fairly decent pistol upgrades.
Sonic around the rectangle, bringing home $600, but Alu with the CZ will put him down. So this is getting very dicey now for FlipSid, but there is still potential here for Blade. He's going to move up. He gets close and personal with the CZ, which is always dangerous, but timing works out. Blade's location was unknown. Alu looking the wrong way. Now, Blade versus Standa. Blade still with tons of time to work with. Although Standa's in a very good position where he will always be able to use his ears and more than likely would hear a rotation coming out. So Standa can still play just around the B site right now as he goes into the window. Thinking maybe Blade might walk up that connector and try to switch it to A. Now 20 seconds, there's not time to switch unless he bolts it. And that's not going to happen. So he'll put that bomb down on the back of the site. And it's going to be up to Standa to move in and take him down.
Only a P250 hasn't even been able to claim a better weapon out of this exchange. And that really does come down to timing. Even with that P250, if he does get the upper hand onto Blade, who very intelligently relocates back onto the tunnels up on platform. Now Standa has to come into him. No flashes to come through. And the easy spray down in effect. FlipSid will somehow, some way, just about pick up their 5th round, but that was looking so sketchy at one point, and ENCE can bounce back with some healthy dosage of weaponry. Standa has the AWP available to him with 6.1k, but hasn't done a great deal with it again on this map so far. How many kills does he even have? 3. Yeah, Zarta's on for the bond, by the way, 005. We are going to have Agent Zarta. Let's see.
That 1v1 was actually pretty nerve-wracking because Blade gets the bomb down, but Standa saw him on the site, put in some more shots with the P250, got him down to about 40 HP, and then there's a chance, you know, he just hit that one headshot from any distance at that point, and he takes the round away. But no, Blade was able to stand his ground as he got into long platform, converts it, so that's 5-0. Dart, meanwhile, as you said, 0-5. Standa is flash, nearly hits the shot anyways, but now push back. And, you know, maybe Standa not having his best op game, but also, you know, we see him continually being dealt with, flash out of his angles, and that's just FlipSid playing slow, using their utility to clear and gain map control, and that's hurt Standa's chances with the op.
No, that is a good point you raise. There's two ways of looking at one. Standa hasn't had a great performance, but FlipSid take nothing away from them. They have been doing a very good job of checking each corner, making sure they move in with utility behind it. And another reason as to why they're able to do that on a consistent basis is because they're just getting so many rounds on T side. So they always have the flashes, they always have the smokes to use. They're never really in the positions where it's a force buy. And so ENCE are having to deal with that one. Standa's up on the hut on the A site. The only reason he's up here is because he has his teammate watching his left-hand side, which is going to be Zarta, who now springs into action, finally gets himself on the scoreboard. Round 6. His lucky number for now, but here comes Markov and Blade, and just when you thought it was looking good, will they expect Alu to be in the cheeky spot though, at the back of the site? Well, now that Molotov lands is so intelligent from FlipSid, and Alu gets wrecked. Sunny, the last remaining player, I was so worried that Alu was going to spring to action and get like a double, triple spray down, but instead, looks like FlipSid are going to clutch this one very convincingly, 6-0, and ENCE after getting the first pick. You thought maybe that was their chance. Yeah, absolutely. You thought that was their round to win.
I mean, Zark gets his first kill as the people are running up the CT ramp, right? Or I guess he got his first kills. They're coming out of A long, then he gets cleaned up from ramp because there wasn't much to do. Standa, I think, missed a shot or maybe got flashed at that point. But that evened up to a 3-on-3. But the decision to Molotov the back of the site, then plant in the front of it, safe from that position. Like, you don't expend any men to check that back corner of the site, and you plant completely safe, even if that person runs out of the Molotov, which, of course, they're eventually going to. That was awesome from FlipSid, and I know that next time I get into A site, that's how I'm playing it. That's how I'm playing the bomb from now on. And then they're immediately, no one had to push on the site except for the planter. You're set up in post plants for that plant on the front of the site. As long as you cover the connector door and around truck, you're in no danger of planting on the front there. That was super cool.
It was a really smart play from FlipSid. Just throw that molly as well, because they had 15 seconds, which is why I thought Ali may very well clutched around. But hold the phones for a second. I'm talking over this, thinking this is a formality for FlipSid as ENCE again onto an eco. In actual fact, though, they have got the player advantage, but we've seen this before. This is going over old ground. Last time FlipSid held their nerve and got the 1v1 clutch. This time, however, it's going to be the push onto B, which is where only Yuho finds himself, and that Molotov is going to land by his feet. That's going to put him out into the open and doing shot, so he should be picked off, and indeed he will be. Again, FlipSid, man, they're just reading these situations perfectly. Both Finns have got AK-47s, but Sunder has no Kevlar behind it, and will let it up, will be trained onto doors. The flashbang pretty much wrecks him, though. He has to go ahead and back off and just get that bomb plant and hope that Markelov can save his bacon.
Bomb going to go down for World Edit, and they'll both peek off the left side. Great teamwork there. Alu out from behind the rock, though, with the AK. He's going to win it. He brings them both down. 3K for Alu, and ENCE is finally on the board. But even with that, right, it's FlipSid that are playing so fantastic. They get into B. They got one Molotov. There's one person in B, and of course, they line it up perfectly, right? Molotov over to KFC, or the chicken coop, as a lot of people call it. And you find that kill. It's 2-on-2. You plant the bomb. It was winnable from there, but then it's Alu who makes that individual play, steps up, and gets 3 kills on the round.
I'm just waiting for the god Alu spam. There we go.
Oh, it's there.
There we go. And finally, ENCE have got themselves around. And FlipSid will be kicking themselves because they really should have continued to starve ENCE of oxygen and just left them in a heap on the ground. As it stands, ENCE have a chance to bounce back. Problem is, again, though, round loss, reset. FlipSid have a chance to completely cripple ENCE's defense. Stunned again with the AWP, pretty much as you'd expect. ENCE coming into this with 4 assault rifles. 3-man stack on B this time. Very slow round. And you can see that FlipSid playing this one super passively, hoping that ENCE go for that peak and they can just pick off the head of one of the CTs playing aggressively, but that's not the case. Both teams pretty much holding their positions.
Rolled it set up, hoping for a peek. You always got to be a little bit worried when they start with those smokes down on the B flat. What positions they can work themselves into and played. How do you not come away with the kill right there? Ali was kind of giving you some quick strafes back and forth, relying a little bit more on the accuracy of that A4. And that will find him a kill onto Blade. Markelov evens it up. He finds Yuho. Now it's Shara trying to work off. Man on the tree was actually turned around watching drop and connector. So Sunny up top is unknown, but goes down without a kill because it's Markelov who comes out of drop. But on the site, Standa causing them a lot of pain and suffering as Alu goes down for one more. Standa now on a 22 HP. Markelov all alone on 23. He finds Zart up behind the rock. He'll get the kill onto the site. So it's a 1 versus 1, but Zart's there. He's got that angle held. And another close round, but it's still another one here for ENCE. They've got 2 rounds.
Man, Sunny just shot the bed, though. Did you see that?
Looking straight down, trying to hit that angle.
That was just... Oh, it was a nightmare. Sunny, though, although he fell Thunder with 3 big kills from the back of statue, really was the saving grace for ENCE. And even still, though, Markelov put so many of them down in their place that now it's going to be a Mag 7 on Yuho as opposed to an M4. What I will say, though, still a potent weapon, still something that can get work done, especially in drop, which is where he's currently playing. Close range is a beast for the Mag 7. But 4 players downed in that round is going to sting the CT's economy, especially if they lose more here. And FlipSid will know it. They'll be hoping to get some of these frags. And again, a very similar setup. ENCE, though, had 2 players on long last time, one in danger and one on long itself. This time just rocking out with Zarte. So they have to switch it up a little bit here to bolster more of their defenses over on the B side.
Well, Sunny will try for redemption. He's up on that tree boost again in B. And I do like this. I've actually done this a little bit myself. Drop room can be hard to hold. So you see Sunny, he's kind of up here. He is more or less, you know, the second line of defense if Yuho falls in that drop room. So he can turn around. He's covered from the tree. There's no angle really where FlipSid can see him. But of course, he can then peek off the tree and look at long plat as well. So kind of playing this as a double roll, it seems like.
Leaving this pretty short on time, FlipSid, but that opening pick really does take some of the pressure away from the wound. That being said, though, Thunder again showed what he's capable of doing from this position last round, and now FlipSid trying the mind games with 20 seconds to go, wrapping themselves round onto the A site. Alu's skills are pretty essential. It stops the charge on the side, but he actually gets picked off from Shara. That's going to hurt. 10 seconds, though. If Zarte can just get a couple kills, it should be good enough. And the bomb's on top of the van, so it's got even worse if that call comes across. ENCE probably won't even peak. There's not going to be enough time for the bomb plant, surely. No, there isn't. Oh my goodness, just CSGO thing. Sometimes it is the most frustrating thing in the world. The bomb drop mechanics, the bomb drop physics, and it just wrecked FlipSid, like straight up.
That wasn't physics. He jumped up on the van.
Did he go up on the van?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If anything, he got unlucky because generally when you die, your last, will and testament is to throw the bomb as far as possible.
Yeah.
When he died there, it kind of just fell down, but it's because he went on top of the van. I mean, he was just on the hood, so it went forward a little bit, but I guess he didn't realize he had it. There wasn't enough time to play around with there.
I straight up thought that he was just like jumping around the van when he died, because again, I was watching from a different perspective, but I mean, pushing in with 10 seconds is always risky, right? Especially when you can't cover each of the angles. A misplay from FlipSid, but bouncing right back into this. They had two P250s coming into it. One of them has chimed in for a kill. That's on Markelov. And now Sunny, thinking the best defense is a strong offense, but he walks right into the crosshairs to still let it. And Yuho gets picked off from behind. It's another train wreck for ENCE.
If this was MM or a Pug and that was me, I would have just left the server. If I was, what was that, Sunny?
Yeah, he's going to be tilted right now.
Oh, really nice shot here from Zart, who, well, not having a great game here, but was definitely performing in their first series throughout this bracket up against Penta, but that's, much weaker of an opponent, I guess, than FlipSid. Tried to phrase that more positively, but, whatever. The truth hurts sometimes. FlipSid are going to be way more potent than Penta. As Zart working around the rock, he's making it expensive, and as I listen for the beeps, it seems like it's going a little too fast. I don't think Zart has the time. He'll still hit the frag, grab a 4K, preserve the op, and make it somewhat expensive, but it's FlipSid getting out the 7 rounds.
This time dropping the people's elbow. I'm just trying to remember all of the Rock's moves.
This is where Wikipedia is in handy, right?
You had the rock bottom, the people's elbow. What was this?
You can work in many cooking and can of whoop-ass references as well.
Oh, and so with a force buy, an absolute bargain bucket buy. That's all it's going to be here to save them on CT sides. For me, this is a make or break round. If they win this, they've got a chance to bring it back. If they lose this, they're looking at like a 9-3, maybe even 10-3 deficit. You've got to get this done, ENCE. You've got to start to use these angles, and Muller is up to the task. Is he going to expect 3 players? You can see not he switched his weapons, and that's going to cost him his life. Alu's there from the hay bales. They can't get their hands onto the weapon just yet, though. And they're only pushing in, so he lands a beautiful one tap with the 5-7, and the second one as well while jumping. Oh, FlipSid, what is going on?
I think it was getting pretty obvious that they were possibly, like, the entire team of ENCE was over at Long Hay. And I don't know why FlipSid kept trying to push that issue, as they even spotted another one coming in because a player at Danger got killed, but they still took the fight. And, I mean, I guess it's not all bad, because they were able to work some people on, I guess they must have went up CT Slope, right? Onto the site, and you can see, yeah, Blade on CT Slope, but he's kind of caught watching both, the water room and the connector door. He'll find that kill on Desart, but is brought down 1 for 1, so now it's Shara with the Galil on the site. Going against an op and AK of Sunny, and kind of a one-off kill position, but that smoke's actually going to help him out. He gets the one that's not defusing. He thinks that was the diffuser. He doesn't know. And another round in the smoke with the bomb. It'll be ENCE taking it away with the ninja round.
It's the 3rd ninja against FlipSid.
At least that one makes sense, though, right?
Oh, man. Yeah, but would Shara not just continue to spam the smoke after landing that first kill? You got a Galil, that's 35 bullets you got at your disposal.
He doesn't know what we know. He had no idea that 2 people came on the site and were both in that smoke. He gets a kill. He's like, that's the diffuser. I won.
The thing is, though, I feel like when you know the enemy team is on a force buy, like a really poor force buy, it's unlikely they're going to have kits. And so I just feel like continue to spray through the smoke just to be safe, rather safe than sorry. I don't know. As you say, hindsight's always 20/20, but ENCE, either way, whichever way you spin it, that's 3 ninja diffusers now over the last 2 maps. That's got to be soul destroying for FlipSid.
Awkward is certainly in the lead as the one word to describe this series, as you said earlier. At least some of the rounds, anyways. I mean, we've seen a lot of just like textbook Counter-Strikes, but there have also been some absolutely ridiculous rounds. As Yuho with the Mag 7, and is it me or did Bondic lower the gravity? That seems like he had a ton of hang time there.
I didn't quite catch it.
Too bad. You're missing all the good stuff over
Yeah,
you need to pay attention to drop room.
My spectating so far has been trashed. Like, it's because I switch around, just looking at different perspectives and stuff to talk about.
Yeah, that's true.
Kevin's on point.
I trust in Kevin.
Yeah.
As he actually seems to be paying attention today. And it's been pretty solid.
FlipSid, I'm making a go at this again, though. For this time, it was a really poor economy for them. 20 seconds to go, Stonda has already picked up 3. Can he add another notch to that belt? 15 seconds. Bondic has to push him. He simply doesn't have the time. It looks like he's going for the frag, over picking up the bomb. So he has to make this count. Coming up from behind with a Tech 9. 10 bullets left. That'll be more than enough to take 46 HP down from Stonda. 3 seconds. He's going to push in. 1 second. Then he's going to get picked off just with 1 second. Like literally half a second, I feel, left in the round. Oh, this game continues to give. 5-7. FlipSid. Still in the driver's seat, but so many rounds could have gone the complete opposite way.
With the patience there. There's 1 second left, you're a terrorist and you're still walking? I think maybe he was like, I've lost, and he's walking because he doesn't want to die after time or something. Because I guess if the player falls off the site, you're going to hear that noise, so he didn't really have to run. I think he knew that the player was in that corner, but surely you would have just go peek his advantage and just fly by with that Tech 9 while moving and try to get that one tap. It's crazy. There's another one of those rounds that kind of has awkward in the footnote. That was one of the stranger 1v1s I think I've ever seen, but hey, still fortunate to die with time on the clock as a terrorist. So money is there. And going into round 13, it is somewhat of a healthy buy. We had 2 pistols, but one of them has been opted out of the round by Stonda.
It's back and forth over and over and over again. And as a result, neither team's economy has flourished. Neither team have really got a stranglehold onto Cobblestone thus far. In terms of rounds, of course, FlipSid looking good. And here we go. The AK-47 comes good for all that. He will get traded up from the M4. However, 3-on-2. Alu by himself. He is going to get picked off from Markelov. And now in terms of weaponry, you've got to favour FlipSid, plus the fact that bomb could traverse through onto the murky waters of B. That being said, though, the smoke has cleared, so Stonda's going to have a clear shot at this. And there we go. He gets the first pick onto Markelov. Very smart as well, checking up onto the tree. Now Bondic has to just push in. He's going to get caught from Zarte's 5-7. Close range execution. And FlipSid will be picked off for the 3rd time in a row. And this is ENCE's chance to start to get some economy rolling.
Yeah, ENCE has actually won 6 of the last 7 rounds, with round 10 being won in a, looks like it might have been come down to a 1 versus 1, but the bomb went off. CT was able to save it, and ENCE got back to winning 3 in a row. Can they? Well, most likely they will make it a 4th, because you look over at FlipSid, they're more or less on the full eco, some investment in P250s and a couple flashes to maybe try to get a quick kill. 1 flash has already been used, now it'll be up to Blade to try to do something with his. 90 on Yuho. I imagine he's in drop, and that's exactly where he is, and that seems to be where the action is happening. Yuho finds that first kill onto Markelov. He's able to drop under the window. Bonnet going to go in for more, but getting aim punched. Yuho finds 2. Meanwhile, Zart did bring down World Edit. It's going to be Shara and Blade, the last 2 up for FlipSid, trying to push up. Covering a lot of ground, but then they are laid out onto the ground as Zart and Yuho come over with those rotations.
There we go, FlipSid. I had such a fantastic start. At one point they were 6-0 up and then 7-3. Since then it has been very much the way of the Finns. Can they finish this half 8-7 to the good? Can they start to reclaim what was theirs earlier on? All credit to ENCE. They're looking awful. There's a lot of rounds where both teams had half buys and forced buys. They've somewhat weathered the storm, but it's all for naught if they lose this and then the pistol. FlipSid a very strong CT side as well on their cobblestone, so a lot of pressure here. Boost up from Yuho. The side's better of it as the grenades come flying on in. And takes 35 damage for his trouble, but it could have been a whole lot worse. I feel like he stayed up and dropped there. He'd have 8 serious damage off that grenade because it bounced right past his face. Another slow round though for both teams.
I gotta say, Yuho not having the best game on Mirage, but no one on this team really did. And then here, so far on Cobble, he's also been pretty quiet, 5-13. I have never seen 2 maps where Yuho is not just, you know, absolutely taking control of something. So that's pretty crazy, I think. And he's been taken down once again. He goes down first, and there's no answer. So it's FlipSid playing 5 versus 4 right now. Sonny over here behind the wooden boxes on the platform, just missing Shara, though peeks out, and Shara will shoot him down. So now 5 plays 3. Markelov, he killed Yuho. You see his dead body there in drop. So they've got control of drop room. Zart trying to buy some time, but I think Bondik, hearing that reload, just pushes through the smoke, kills Zart for free. And now it's up to Alu and Standa. Standa is back in KFC, but bomb's going over to A. And Alu is still being stuck here. Can't make his rotation over. Markelov putting pressure on him. Gets 1 kill. Won't expect another one, I don't think. Or no, they are. Standa's still watching it. So Shara's probably going to go down. Oh, but that's a hard shot to hit with an op. Just missing the head there. That one's excusable, I think. And he does finally come away with the kill. But unfortunately, Alu had gone down as he ventured further into that A site. So it's FlipSid in a post-plant last round of the first half. 3 plays, 1, now 0. Bondik gets a headshot, and FlipSid win the half, 8-7.
I agree as well. Standa missing that shot. It's kind of difficult to judge where the player is going to be peeking through. Like typically a lot of AWPers and indeed riflers will have their crosshair in a position where it allows them their reaction speed to kind of catch up. So you don't necessarily aim right on a corner. You aim a couple millimeters to the left or the right, so it allows you to like get the shot afterwards. So it's a difficult one to judge, but FlipSid will at least take the halftime scoreline in their favor. Now you have to feel this pistol round is of paramount importance to ENCE. It's the kind of map as well where it's easy for the CTs to actually get broken time and time again. It's such a vast map, Cobblestone, very difficult to rotate from one side to the other. It takes quite a while as well. So you feel like that's probably their chance here to take map number 2 and take us into Inferno. The FlipSid have struggled on in the past. Again, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, on Inferno they're 2-7 over the last 3 months. So
yes,
that could be ENCE's chance.
I mean, FlipSid, for the most part, has been playing a little bit stronger of competition than ENCE. So take that, of course, into consideration. But looking at Cobble right now, it is actually ENCE who have a way stronger T side. So that could actually go a long way, and perhaps them closing this out, because the CT side was not very good for them at all. Looking over at FlipSid, well, all right, so it's going to be the clash, right? It's actually FlipSid that is the way better CT side. Mm-hmm. So this could be a pretty fun second half, given that it's gone 7-8.
Yeah, that was my concern for ENCE, that FlipSid are pretty damn strong on their CT side. So I'll be curious to see if ENCE have the entry frags, because here's